Egypt is building a $60 billion city in the middle of the desert. Not for tourists, not for the rich, for the entire government. While millions struggle with inflation, rising food prices and economic pressure, Egypt is constructing one of the most futuristic capitals on earth. A city with giant skyscrapers, luxury districts, artificial rivers, and Africa's tallest tower. But critics are calling it a financial time bomb. Some say it could transform Egypt forever. Others believe it could become one of the biggest mistakes in modern history. So why is Egypt abandoning Cairo? And who is really paying for this mega city? This is the unbelievable story of Egypt's new capital. Cairo is one of the most crowded cities on the planet. Over 20 million people. Endless traffic jams, pollution, overloaded infrastructure. For decades, Egypt's government struggled with a problem. Cairo was becoming too heavy to carry. So in 2015, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi announced something shocking. Egypt would build a completely new administrative capital, 45 kilometers east of Cairo. A futuristic smart city designed to move government offices, embassies, businesses, and millions of people away from the chaos. And they didn't think small. The project includes a gigantic presidential palace, a financial district, luxury residential zones, a massive Olympic stadium, high-speed rail, and even a park twice the size of New York's Central Park. At the center stands the iconic tower, the tallest building in Africa. But while the city rises from the desert, so do the criticisms. Because Egypt's economy has been under serious pressure. Inflation surged. The Egyptian pound lost massive value. Prices for food and fuel increased sharply. And critics are asking, why spend tens of billions on a futuristic city when many Egyptians are struggling with rising living costs? Some economists fear the country is taking on too much debt. Others argue the new capital mainly benefits elites, wealthy investors, and government officials, while ordinary citizens may never afford to live there. There's another concern. Will people actually move? History is full of planned megacities that became ghost towns, huge buildings, empty streets, no real life. And some fear Egypt's new capital could face the same problem. But supporters say critics are missing the bigger picture. Supporters believe the new capital could completely transform Egypt's future. The project has already created massive numbers of construction jobs. It could attract foreign investment, international businesses, tourism, and modern industries. The government says the city will use smart technology, digital infrastructure, and cleaner urban planning to avoid Cairo's problems. Instead of uncontrolled growth, they want efficiency. Instead of chaos, organization. And strategically, Egypt wants to position itself as a modern global power connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. To supporters, this city is more than buildings. It's a message, a statement that Egypt is entering a new era. But there's one challenge nobody can ignore: the environment. Building a mega-city in the desert requires enormous amounts of water and energy. Temperatures in the region can become extreme. Maintaining green parks, artificial lakes, and millions of residents could put huge pressure on resources. Some environmental experts warn that climate change may make desert megaprojects increasingly difficult in the future. Others argue that modern sustainable technology could make these cities more efficient than older, overcrowded capitals. So the debate continues. Is this the future of urban living, or a warning sign? Egypt's new capital is one of the boldest experiments of the 21st century. A city rising from the desert, powered by ambition, controversy, and enormous risk. Maybe it becomes a symbol of African innovation and economic transformation. Or maybe it becomes one of history's most expensive mistakes. But one thing is certain: the world is watching.